if you've ever bought a brand new car and then a year later regretted it and wish you just bought a 3 or 4 year old one and saved yourself loads of money, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. So in today's show, can I say, we have got some interesting things to talk about. We have some new gold pickups. We're going to talk about gold and silver prices, crypto, and just a bit of everything really. So I hope everyone is well and happy, and you know, everyone's still stacking, not losing any motivation. I know it's been hard. It's a hard grind keeping it going sometimes, as I've talked about in other videos, but once you start, you just cannot stop. So let's get on with this. So I have got some interesting pickups, really, quite a broad range. I picked up these lovely 1 gram bars, and I know what you're going to say. They're not 1 gram, they're 1/10 of a gram. Exactly. Now, I did not get scammed, but I bought these. They just so look like 1 gram bars, don't they, when you see it like that? Come on, admit it. Just for 5 seconds, you thought they were 1 gram bars, didn't you? So these are 1/10 of a gram. Just punted on these. They were just stumbled across them, and they were very cheap. You know, it's gold. It was cheap. It made me feel like I was buying 1 gram bars because there were lots of them, and I thought I was getting some kind of deal. They are what they are. Not that exciting. So what else have we got? This is interesting. What I have acquired is my first ever 1 ounce gold buffalo. Now, this, as you can see, is a nice coin. Now, I did not buy this coin. Let's take it out of the capture and have a look. I acquired this from a friend who, at the end of September this year, when the gold was about 1800, this is somebody, by the way, that I've, you know, who knows about my stacking, has basically took on board what I said and just went out and bought this coin, and it is a stunning coin. And essentially what's happened is kind of what I always bang on about my videos. He's not really poor or anything like that. He's just an average guy with a reasonable job, but he committed and bought this coin. It was the first bit of gold he bought, and basically since that September high, the price dropped, and we had that nasty little tumble where gold went all the way down to, was it about 1720? And I think literally I picked this coin up today, and he just said, look, do you want to buy my gold buffalo off me? And I said, yeah, but I said, I'm going to give you spot price. And at the time that worked out at about 1880. Well, yeah, sorry, it was about 1835 or something like that, which is about 1,300 and I don't know, 75 pounds. And I literally thought, I'm literally could not get around there quick enough. And so he was happy because he kind of got his money back and made about $10 on top. And I got this gold 1 ounce coin, which is very nice. Now, I don't, as you'll probably know, I don't have hardly any American bullion at all. So I don't really know a lot about it. And I'm going to be completely honest with you here, and this is probably going to sound unbelievable. I was desperate to get around there to have this coin in case he suddenly changed his mind. And it was one of those situations where I almost felt like, I mean, you know, I wasn't robbing him or anything. I gave him spot price. And it's almost like I had to go round there and buy it to save it. because you know, when you're a kind of true stacker, you are able to hang on to your precious metals and understand that markets go up and down. And I think it's just a bit much for some people to part with a lot of money and then suddenly see the price drop, and you know, they've lost 110% on their purchase. And even though they can look at charts and they understand the, you know, you try and explain to them the economic fundamentals and blah blah blah, and it's a good investment, it's just not possible for some people to think probably like hardened stackers do, and that's fair enough. But a point I was trying to make is that after I'd rescued this, you could say, and I've got this coin in my stack, I don't actually like the coin. I don't actually think, I don't know, I was comparing it to, I haven't got a 1 ounce Britannia, but to just you know, this 1/4 ounce Britannia out of my collection, and I don't know why. It's probably why I've never bought one. It is, you know, you look on YouTube, people are saying, you know, it is a gorgeous coin, the 1 ounce buffalo. But there's something about the design, and just looking, you know, and just kind of comparing it to some other gold, some 4/9 fine bullion that I've got, Britannia. There's just something about, it might be just because I'm so tarnished by UK bullion and coins from the Royal Mint, that I don't like. It's almost like kind of a shock to me owning something that's not, it's got this kind of like, you know, old school design of a buffalo and an Indian. It looks like it could have been, you know, dug out of the ground 100 years ago, you know, which obviously, you know, it's not that old. I think they only came out in the 70s, the buffalo. I honestly don't know a lot about this. It's shameful that I've got it. But when you look at that side and you look at the quality of this coin, it is a beautiful coin, a really good coin. There's no doubt about it. I don't know why it just doesn't do it for me. I suppose that's what it is, the Indian design. I kind of prefer the sort of modern, I don't know, striking, elegant, technical features of the Britannia, you know, especially the security features. So it's kind of prompted me, this coin, owning this 1 ounce bullion coin, to do the cheesy thing and try and collect a 1 ounce bullion coin from all the, you know, the main mints in the world. I've got a 1 ounce silver proof coin from most of the mints from around the world, so I suppose maybe I should get a 1 ounce bullion. So maybe I think I'll do that. That'd be quite an interesting collection. So there we are. Yeah, I've got this this coin, and this is nice. You know, it is a nice. There is something about a 1 ounce coin, you know, gold coin. Obviously, just the weight of it and the you know, it really is something to behold. You know, it is a nice thing, and this is a nice coin. I mean, it's immaculate, really. Can't see any issues with it. Anyway, so there we go. So let's I'll tell you what I wanted to do. I'm going to just let's put these two to one side. Let's see what this thing comes out at. All I can say is it better be 31 grams. At least 31.21 grams. Good. So we know it's not just some, you know, gold plated with tungsten in the middle or something like that. I think it's very hard to forge a coin. It's me 1/10. Wow, that is on it, isn't it? Let's have a look at the 1/4 ounce. Very nice. Excellent. So there we go. What else is there to talk about? Yes, so gold, obviously the gold price today is insane. You know, if you are obviously into these sort of videos and stacking gold, you'll know that almost certainly that gold hit a 3-month high today, and silver did as well. I think gold went to, was it 1868? And obviously the CPI data, you know, consumer price index information came out, and inflation's at 6.2%, which is up, you know, continuously up. It's at the most since, you know, the 90s. So obviously something's going wrong. The Federal Reserve's policy, and you know, whatever they're implementing to try and control inflation, and it's not transitory, is proving it's not a supply chain issue. It's here to stay, and I think it's going to be like this for a couple of years. I just cannot see it retracting back. So obviously that's good for gold. That's good for us. Finally, we could be getting, a good push. I have bought more gold today. I have ordered more gold off the back of this spike. Some small amounts, fractional gold. Have spent a reasonable amount recently. Actually, I probably need to calm down a bit, along with that crypto, silver, and everything else. So let's have a look and talk about what I'm doing crypto wise. So I'm actually in a different space normal. So I'm in absolutely, let's make it clear, I am in no way, absolutely no way, getting paid anything, or there's no benefit to me whatsoever to endorsing Coinbase for this. It's the reason I'm using Coinbase is pure and simply because, to cut a long story short, I found Binance irritating for, it's obviously, it's incredible exchange for buying cryptos. Just found that I just wanted something clean and simple. There's something about Coinbase that just hits consumers like me, middle-aged men who just want to make some crypto purchase without wading through billions of shit coins and altcoins. I just want to get to the main assets, and I kind of feel like most of the coins I would hope that are on Coinbase are probably, it feels to me like they've undergone a bit more rigorous vetting, and I know where I am with it. And I've essentially opened an account, bought some Dogecoin for like 10 cents or whatever, bought a few hundred, messed around with it, transferred it to wallets in and out, and just basically until I was comfortable understanding the process. And I got to again I've got to make an apology, and I have laid into crypto in my previous videos. I still think crypto can go to zero. All this can go to zero. All right. At any moment it could go to zero, and I'll be left with nothing. But you cannot ignore the fundamentals. Bitcoin's hit all-time high, $68,750 today, along with Ethereum. Now, that doesn't mean at any moment it's not going to crash, and historically the charts have shown it does have a tendency after a strong upward growth to sort of drop off a bit. Anyway, I don't want to get bogged down too much into that. I'm just going to talk about what I bought. Why? So in the last video I made, I was flipping crypto in my profits, and it enabled me to basically buy outright a 10-ounce silver bar. This, to me, if you can use the profits from this to fund your gold and silver purchases, because let's face it, I love this. It's offline. It can't be taken away from me. It's portable. It's totally off grid. It's 5,000-year-old trusted store of value. But this stuff, to me, I see it as a means to an end to make money, and I've stopped being precious about how I make money in order for me to feed your family and make purchases. And if it means it's doing it like this, then so be it. And I'm prepared to risk a few $1,000s, in this venture, because I see it as like I'm quite risk off really in my portfolio. But it's really just playing. And what I'm doing is I'm buying these coins, these shit coins, and then when they peak, I'm just flipping them, taking the profits, and either putting them back into, say, Bitcoin or another coin, and then just keep rolling them over, and then I'm withdrawing to the bank, to account. So you can look here. I'm just playing. I'm by no means any expert in any of this. I've just totally self-taught over a couple of years of dabbling. But only recently I've got serious. And here you can see I've just made some purchases, and then I've just converted other cryptos to Bitcoin. I've messed around sending it to my wallets, to other wallets, and I've paid fees. because I feel like this is actually the best way to learn, to actually get hold of it and be comfortable with it, because obviously Bitcoin is the king of the cryptos. You know, it's the digital gold. It's the one you probably want to have the long term, and you want to totally understand 100% what you're doing with it before you you know, start splashing out and buying it. The good thing about Coinbase or something like that is obviously you can just leave it in there, not bother with the wallet, and just convert it to funds at any point. Anyway, so around here, you know, I've converted and I've just sold Bitcoin and taken profits out, blah, blah, blah. But I've kind of realised that that's not really a good idea, any of this, because it would actually be much better to keep your Bitcoin, and you want to build it up and try and get to like a whole Bitcoin, which would be great. If you could generate a whole Bitcoin just from flipping other shit coins, these, then that would be wonderful, you know. So this week I punted on a Bitcoin Cash, one coin. I just bought one coin, and I bought it based on the fact. So what I tend to do is I don't keep too many coins going at once. I tend to sort of, I'm relatively good at studying charts and listening to what's going on whilst I'm working. I might listen to a YouTube video in the background or some podcast about a coin, see where it's going. Then I do a little bit of research and make a decision based on the charts, that if I buy it at X price and it looks like this is moving up, which is obviously this graph is showing an upward trend. I use other technical analysis, but essentially I'm just showing you here my strategy. Then I will, I bought this coin at about $600, I think. Was that what I paid for it? Yeah. And then at some point it's gone up. It's basically made me money in the last couple of days, because obviously Bitcoin Cash, you probably don't know, but if you don't study this sort of thing, went up to about $728 today or something. So you can say, yeah, $100 straight away, and I could have just flipped that on the daily and here and just made a nice little profit. But I think as you get more experience with trading crypto, you have to be prepared to just hang on to it, and it's not worth flipping it until we see some hardcore gains. So we're here, roughly, I've bought this here, and I want to see this thing at least hit $1,200. So I've put in whatever it is, I think I put in $500. I want to see $1,500 back. If not, would be ideally if it went to, you know, $2,500, and then I might consider selling it. Because it's not rocket science to see that if you buy down here and we're in a bull market, crypto market, that probably at some point it's going to go at least back up to here. The question is when. Of course, this might not be the bottom, and it could drop off a cliff and I'll just lose my money and it goes to zero, like I've ranted in my videos, and I wish I put it into buying more buffaloes. But I'm prepared to take this calculated risk based on the analysis of studying other videos, technical charts, doing Fibonacci retracements and all the rest of it, that all things considered, based on the other cryptos and what I've got right and wrong, that I think it's a reasonable speculative punt. The question is, what I'm realising with this game is that if you do get it right, it seems to me like it's sod's law. Every time you get it right and you buy an asset, a crypto asset, and it does run and you're making money out of it, that I've never bought enough of it. I should have bought 100,000 of them instead of, 1,000 coins, and then you make, you're only making $1,000 instead of $100,000. You see what I'm saying? And it's easy to say with hindsight. You can see this alchemy pay. I've been absolutely, selling, converting, and basically messing around with it, taking profits left, right, and centre, just simply by buying the dips and selling in the highs. Almost like day trading, but really it's a bit more relaxed than that, because you actually own the underlying asset here in this obviously exchange. You don't have to. You don't have to worry about it all the time. You can just look in on it whenever you want. So let's we can see here the alchemy pay. that I did buy some down here, and I sold it all early on. It was a stupid mistake. I should have kept it, and then I bought some more here and sold it, bought some more and sold it. And this, to me, this chart looks like this is looking to run up, you know, and I probably should I shouldn't have sold it. I should have bought some more. You know, it's all great with hindsight. So I don't want to go too deeply into this because you know, it's supposed to be a video about a bit of everything. But you know, the reason I would buy a crypto like this, I make my choice based on the fact it probably helps the fact that we work in IT. But when I tend to look at a shitcoin, let's have a look at their official website. I tend to pick one that I think's got it has to tick some credibility boxes. So something like this we can see straight away. If I just minimize this web page so you can see it. Here we go. Yeah, it's actually got it's got an actual business case that it can be used in the real world. You know, it's already adopted in countries. It's being used. It's on the main exchanges, and it's got a not too a high market cap, because then it can obviously got the chance to do a 10x or 50x for a relatively you know, small punt. And you know, I have a quick dip into the white paper, do a bit of research, make sure it's, I mean, you should do your due diligence, obviously, on any of these investments before you buy them. Just like buying a gold coin off eBay. You know, if you see this on eBay, if you see something like this go on eBay for like $1,000, an alarm bells should be ringing, you know. You know, you've got to use your common sense. So really, it's about a kind of, it's the same old really. Once you start getting into these cryptos, they've got the same old white paper, the same old quite fancy looking website that they're going to fix the world and do all these things, somebody backing it, blah blah blah. I mean, you know, who knows? I expect that many of these won't even be around in 10 years time, maybe even 10 months time, who knows. But what I want to try and get across is that I'm not precious anymore about how I make money, as long as the, you know, the risk reward ratio has to be right for me. And I'm just, you know, this is just a means to an end, this site. And everybody will, you know, probably say, oh well, why aren't you using Binance, why aren't you using Bitforex, why aren't you using Bitmart or whoever? They're cheaper, less fees. But I think, you know, if you're really a real hardcore, I have got some assets, like I said, Shiba, I got in early, and here I've only got a couple of million left. If you're, you know, you really know your stuff with some of these assets, you'll, like I showed on this chart, you will be getting in. The people that are really clever or have got, you know, are able to get in here, buy it pre-exchange before it gets listed, and then boom, they make their money. And then they're out, and they may never buy that coin again, you know, and it's rinse repeat. Now, whether these, after these, you know, it's called a rug pull potentially. Some people say, you know, where they get listed and then they go to the moon and they get all the money gets taken out and they never recover. I'm not saying that's the same with all coins, but and tokens. This is a token that you just have to be aware of that. And you end up, don't be the person buying it on the way down, you know. But we are coming into this sort of alt season apparently, where it's all, you know, all hell's going to break loose and everyone's it's going to the moon. So there you go. So you know, that's just something to think about, and I will going to leave you there, and hopefully. The next video I'll have some more gold. I've got some silver actually to talk about, and silver prices up. Obviously it went up $1 on the US Open, which was really good. And I think that with the infrastructure bill that Biden's, I think he's about to sign it off, that might trigger some insane explosion in the silver price, you know. So I am cost averaging at the moment. What is the silver price? I think right now, I can spell, let's have a look. God, yeah, to 24.71. That's just down a little bit, but you know, we know. Yeah, I think that silver is going to run hard, and it's going to be very, very interesting for anybody who's you know, I need to start thinking about you know, having a portion to keep and a portion to sell off mid-term. I think that's my new strategy. But anyway, I'm going to leave you now because the video's going on, and thank you very much for listening. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave any comments or suggestions, and I will leave you with a couple of shots of my first American 1 ounce gold coin, hopefully the first of many, and yeah, we'll see what happens, eh? Anyway, that's all. Bye for now.